It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show.
Looking first at the NL Central.
The St. Louis The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show.
In the National League Central,
Greg Garcia
collected a total of 4 driven in,
helping lead the Cards past Cincinnati 8-7.
As of right now,
The Cardinals
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The Cincinnati Reds are batting here in the bottom of the inning, looking to send these fans home happy with a walk-off win. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson's there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Digging in to try it again, Eugenio Suarez. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Harrison waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged a bullet.
Stepping in now, Adam Duvall drives it out to deep right center field. After it is Marte. He makes the catch, and we are headed to extra innings. 1-2-3 go the Reds. Score remains tied at 4. Digging in and looking for more, Corey Dickerson. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Josh Bell the next to hit. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt. In particular, that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Here's another 0-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the fourth time he struck out, and we're only in the second game of this series.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball line softly down the left field line, but foul. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. A chance to win it now as we head to the bottom of the 10th, still tied. Ready for another chance? Jesse Winker trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
Winker.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. Marte is right there, 1 down.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Ready once again, Tucker Barnhart. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First delivery to him on the way. Line toward right center. Lands in for a base hit, and he's 3 for 5 in this one.
A nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with, but this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
And here's Jose Peraza. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line 1 back up the middle, and that's a base hit. Throw comes in quickly, so the winning run advances to second now with only 1 away.
Hey, Giro, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Devin Mesoraco will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Devin Mesoraco.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson's there. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Matt McCormick.
So digging in now, Matt McCormick, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to center field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. One more look at the full extension catch that strands 2 men on the base paths. 10 innings in the books. On to the 11th. Still tied. Jorge De La Rosa takes the mound to start the 11th inning.
Number 29, Jorge De La Rosa.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far.
Catcher, Francisco.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fouled straight back. Counts even at 1-1 to Cervelli.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Fouled away. The 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Winker is calling for it. 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman, Colin Moran.
Striding in once again, Colin Moran. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. First offering on its way. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. And I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Popped him up. Suarez is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
Now batting, the pitcher, Salvador over
Chris Bostic will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Chris Bostic.
In there, no balls and a strike. Bostic swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He's a second-year big leaguer. De La Rosa comes set, coming at him with the 0-1. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you can do anything about it.
And he strikes him out here for route number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. This game's all tied at 4. Edgar Santana takes over now to start the home 11th, and he's looking to get this one to the visiting 12th. Ready for another shot now, Phil Gosselin, and looking to improve on a 1 for 5 effort so far. From the stretch. Line drive to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff hitter reaches base safely, and now it's the run-producing part of the order with nobody out.
Nice to see this guy stay within himself and get a base hit to start off the bottom of the 11th right here. Usually guys try and come outside their pay grade. Not the case here. Pass the baton mentality. Let's see if he scratches one across.
Here's the first pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. Throw comes into the infield, and the winning run moves up to second now with nobody out.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in. kept his hands inside the baseball and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Into the box, Eugenio Suarez. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson's there. One away.
Up next for Cincinnati, left fielder, Adam Duvall.
In now for the Reds, Adam Duvall. The winning run at second, however, the double play in order here. Here's the first pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Dickerson's there. Two gone.
The batter, right fielder, Jesse Winker.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jesse Winker. He bats with 2 outs and the winning run at second. Here's the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Harrison has it. On to first, and that'll mean a 12th inning is in order as this inning is over. Reds strand a couple, still all square at 4 apiece. Josh Harrison stands in. His career line against De La Rosa. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right over the middle, knee high. Here's the 0-1. Hits this one hard the other way. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. This programming note to pass along. Due to the length of our game tonight, the long-running animated series The Wilkersons will not be seen this evening. Again, no episode of The Wilkersons after the game tonight. And that'll bring in Adam Frazier, hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance. He's set, and the pitch. And that one right down Main Street.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
High in the air into shallow left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Here's Starling Marte. He went down on strikes last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Barnhart is under it. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Pirates. Score remains tied at 4. Digging in the switch hitter, Tucker Barnhart. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Tucker Barnhart.
And the pitch. Right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, the shortstop, Jose Peraza.
Digging in once again, Jose Peraza. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Here's the pitch. Cue shot here out towards short. And an easy play out there as this is taken for the second out.
Up next for Cincinnati, pitcher, Jorge De La Rosa.
Cliff Pennington will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 4, Cliff Pennington.
Line drive to left. Oh, he misses it. Through first and hustling for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
You don't think fielding is important? Instead of a routine out, you got a guy standing at second base after a 2-base error. We'll see if the pitcher can pick him up.
In now, Matt McCormick rounded down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. The 0-1. This is lined into left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And they will hold the winning run at third here. And it'll take another 2-out hit to win the ball game.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Into the box now, Phil Gosselin. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Marte going back to the track, to the wall. And that ball is gone! Santa Maria, game over. So a 3-run shot to left center. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get to extra innings, you're looking to piece together a rally or scratch any runs you can across the plate. But he says, hey, to heck with that. I'm going to do it with one swing of the bat. So a walk-off home run ends this thing in extras. That was fun.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
When you walk up to the plate and hit a walk-off tater, you're probably going to be the player of the game, and that was a clutch swing of the bat, and he'll be riding high on that one for a while, I'm sure.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show.
Looking first at the NL Central.
The Reds
Earned the 3-game series sweep.
as they sank the visiting Buccos 4-3.
At the start of the day,
The Reds are in third place in the NL Central. and the Pirates are at the bottom of the division. The St. Louis Cardinals swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they crushed the Cubs 8-1. In the standings, the Cubs sit in first place in the National League's Central Division, and the Cardinals are fourth in the division. Travis Shaw plated 5 on the day with 2 big flies as Milwaukee took one from the Dodgers 12-11. As of today, the Brewers sit in second place in the National League Central, while the Dodgers are leading the National League West. The Braves totaled 11 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 4-2. Entering the day's action, the Nationals are atop the National League East division, and the Braves are fourth in the division. The Padres combined for a 4-hitter as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 5-0. As of right now, the Phillies sit in third place in the National League East division, and the Padres are in last place in the NL West. The Diamondbacks totaled 13 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 6-4. In the standings, the Diamondbacks sit in fourth place in the National League West, while the Rockies are second in the division. The Marlins smacked 15 team hits as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 12-4. As of today, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East division, and the Marlins are in last place in the NL East. Dylan Bundy tossed a dominating complete game shutout as the Orioles downed the Blue Jays 3-0. Heading into the day, the Blue Jays are in second place in the AL East, while the Orioles are fourth in the division. The New York Mets racked up 11 hits as a team as they pummeled the Yankees 10-0. At the start of the day, the Yankees are leading the AL East, while the Mets sit in second place in the National League East division. The Tigers snapped their 5-game losing streak as they beat the visiting Red Sox 5-3. As of right now, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central, while the Red Sox are in third place in the AL East. The Kansas City Royals grabbed 13 hits in the game as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 5-2. Entering the day's action, the Royals are in third place in the AL Central, and the Twins are second in the division. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim finished off a 3-game sweep as they got the home victory against the Astros 5-3. Heading into the day, the Angels sit in first place in the American League West division, and the Astros are atop the division. The A's got 11 hits overall as they defeated the visiting Giants 6-2. In the standings, the A's sit in fourth place in the American League West, while the Giants sit in third place in the National League West division. The Seattle Mariners got 12 hits in this one as they sent their crowd home happy with a walk-off win over the White Sox 6-5. As of today, the Mariners sit in third place in the American League West division, and the White Sox are in fourth place in the AL Central. The Cleveland Indians had 12 hits as a team as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 8-1. The win was their 6th straight as a team. As of right now, the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West division, and the Indians are sitting atop the AL Central. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Jose Peraza has gone hitless to this point in the ball game, so his 16-game hitting streak could be in jeopardy if he can't cash in here. First offering on its way. Line toward the gap in left center. And there's a base hit. So just like that, the leadoff man's aboard, representing the potential go-ahead run. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Now batting, left fielder, Taylor.
Runner goes for second. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Catch made out there by Wong, and that's your first out. On to first, a double play.
The batter, first baseman, Jose.
Hard on the ground towards short. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. So chalk that one up as close one tonight. 2-1 the final score. The St. Louis Cardinals came through in it. We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Jose Peraza bats here with his 17-game hitting streak hanging in the balance. This might be his last opportunity to run it to 18. Runner goes. Lifted in the air out to center field. Bader has a beat on it. 2 down. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Marcell Ozuna.
The ground out to short. Right to him. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon. A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. St. Louis wrote an important. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Eugenio Suarez may be looking to go deep here as he and his team trail by 1 here in the 9th. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hard liner to center field. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
So striding in, Adam Duvall. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Oh, on the ground is short. Could this be 2? To second for 1. Back to first. A 9th inning double play, and they're an out away from closing this one out. Ready now for Cincinnati, Phil Gosselin. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Swing and a liner. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. So the bottom of the 9th is still alive after the 2-out success.
Nice AB right there. 2-out single in the 9th. You put yourself in a position to be the tying run. Now you have your boy coming up behind you, the winning run at the plate. Start loosening up the water cooler lids. We could have a walk-off happen.
Standing in now, Tucker Barnhart. And he puts it on the ground to second. Backhanded. Throw in time, and the ball game is over. And it's a 10-9 final at the end of this one. The Phils came through late, taking the lead in the 8th. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The Cincinnati Reds batting here in the bottom of the inning, looking to send these fans home happy with a walk-off win. Here's the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. A possible winning run on second. No one out. Now a swing here and a little looper, and I don't think anyone's going to get there. That one's going to fall. And they're going to walk off with a 4-3 victory.
Well, that at-bat shows clearer than anything that some guys, they have that clutch gene, and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish!
Not a lot of fireworks, but that narrows the candidate list for our top player of the game. And the man you see here was a... We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. The Cincinnati Reds are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a one-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way out in front. His lifetime numbers against Iglesias, he's 1 for 3. The windup and the 0-1. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a good hard slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
First pitch of the at-bat. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. One out, nobody on. Popped him up. And no one will get this one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Into the box, Maikel Franco. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. And now this crowd, estimated at around 26,000 fans, comes to their feet.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. Makes the catch, and the Reds have made it a memorable weekend. They take 3 out of 4 as this ball game is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. The Cincinnati Reds earn the victory.
The trade deadline has come and gone. Here's a recap of what happened on and off the field yesterday.
Looking first at the NL Central,
The Tigers picked up 14 hits in total as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds, 11-10.
in other Reds news,
Right fielder Scott Schebler
has been recalled to the major leagues from AAA.
The Pittsburgh Pirates
Amassed 14 hits in the game.
as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs, 7-3. Greg Holland earned the third W of his season, leading St. Louis to a win over the Rockies, 3-2. Jock Peterson
Had 3 hits and drove in 3.
as the Dodgers nabbed the win from the Brewers, 6-5. The Braves
Got 11 hits overall.
as they beat the visiting Marlins, 5-4. The Metropolitans
Allowed only 5 hits as a staff.
as they took down the Nationals in Washington, 4-2. The Diamondbacks
Launched 3 home runs.
as they were winners over the visiting Rangers, 9-1. The San Francisco Giants
Got 12 hits in this one.
as they made short work of the Padres, 10-4. The Bronx Bombers
Combined to give up just 5 hits.
as they took down the visiting Orioles, 7-2. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim
Put up 16 hits on the day.
as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg, 13-2. The Red Sox
Hit 3 long balls.
as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils, 7-1. The Kansas City Royals
Sent 3 balls into the seats.
as they beat the White Sox on the south side, 11-9. Edwin Encarnacion
Had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate.
helping the Indians to the win over the Twins,
12-2.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Scott Schebler may be looking to go deep here as he and his team trail by 1 here in the 9th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A shot down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1 delivery. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it is Goodwin. And that's the first out of the inning. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. Ready for another chance? Eugenio Suarez. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's the first pitch to him. Right over the middle, knee high. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So it's a solo shot to dead center, and we are tied again.
And this is an all-familiar sight, something we've seen all season long. When they need a clutch hit or an offensive blast, he's their go-to guy, and this is just one example in a long line of many. He's fun to watch.
The left fielder, number 23, Adam Duvall.
In now, Adam Duvall. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. A solo shot here to left, and it's now a one-run ball game.
Yeah, talk about two guys clutching up when it matters the most. The first home run draws them even, but the next one gives them the lead. Two guys rising to the occasion right there, and this ball game has been turned on its head.
Now batting, second baseman, Phil Johnson.
Into the box now, Phil Gosselin.
And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center.
Goodwin comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2.
Up next for Cincinnati, catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Digging in and looking for more, Tucker Barnhart. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. Pulled high in the air out to left field.
Waiting on it is Goodwin.
No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So disaster strikes here in the ninth, as a late rally has certainly dampened the mood of these fans. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the. In now is Adam Eaton. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Al Minter is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Number 36, A.J. Minter.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel. I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
And you know what, Dero, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out of the stretch, it always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. The 1-1 home. Taken, strike 2. Minter, once an Atlanta Brave, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
They'll try again, 1-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is stranding him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Raisel Iglesias takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tough slider down low for a strike. Comes set with the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
A great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
And Zimmerman has a base hit. And he is in there at third as the possible tying run.
Well, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Here comes the first pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Swing and a fly ball. And this should at least get home the tying run. McCormick is there. Let's see if they test it. And that'll plate the tying run from third as we've got ourselves a brand new ball game now.
That was a really good at-bat right there. You're trying to tie this thing up any way that you can. He hits the sac fly to the outfield, and the tying run comes in to score.
In now is Anthony Rendon. His lifetime numbers against Iglesias, he's 1 for 2. Here's the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Iglesias is known in part as a reliever with a clutch factor, perhaps. An escape artist is another way to put it. Regardless, he seems to be at his best when pressed up into difficult situations, which is kind of what you want out of a bullpen arm.
No doubt about it, Matty V. And I call a guy like this troubleshooters. Guys that you can bring into a game with runners in scoring position. They don't panic. They keep the game at a slow pace. And more importantly, they make good pitches to good hitters to get out of tough situations.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCormick has it in his tracks. And no problem with that one as we are headed for extra innings. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the ninth as they push across the equalizer. And Joaquin Benoit takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings. Taylor Trammell is up off the bench to pinch hit here, so we'll see what he can do to begin the extra frame. Hit down the line at first. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle. Turner has it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Matt McCormick.
He bats here as the reigning Rookie of the Month in the National League.
He's set. Here it comes. A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike one. Bases are empty. One man out.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Weak chopper up the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. Is on a line to left center, and it's going to fall. A base hit. And that's a base hit. He's now 2 for 5 in this one. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season. Well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep. and still feel confident.
And here's Jose Peraza. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-0. Sharp ground ball toward the hole. And there's his first base hit in this one. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only one away.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
Striding in once again, Joey Votto. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Here's the first pitch. Back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And the go-ahead run will score from second as they've taken the lead here in the late going.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one that makes you feel really good about yourself.
And that brings up Scott Schebler. Lifted the other way down the left field line.
On the run is Goodwin.
And that is a foul ball. Just missing extra bases deep in the corner. Peraza at second. Votto at first. One gone. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Slow bouncer to the right side. That winds up foul. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Looking up is Eaton. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And they double him up. It's 8-4.
Attention, please. Now pitching for Washington, number 27, Sean Kelly. Third baseman, number 7.
Stepping in now, Eugenio Suarez.
As he grounds one briskly to short.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
The left fielder, number 23, Adam Duvall.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Adam Duvall. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit in the air down the right field line. Harper on the run. And foul. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Adam Duvall leaves the yard with a solo shot. His second home run of the game, as this is now a 5-run cushion. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Yeah, Matty V, how about this, D-World? If you come to watch offense, you pick the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding balls there.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Into the box, Tucker Barnhart. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out old ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice single.
Standing in now, Taylor Trammell. High in the air out to center field. Eaton is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. All in all, 10 men come to the plate and 5 score. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Reds 9 and the Nationals 4.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Reds, number 53, Wandy Peralta.
Striding in now for the Nats, Brian Goodwin. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Brian Goodwin.
Devin Mesoraco is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 39, Devin Mesoraco.
Peter Borges is also into the ballgame as he'll assume duties in left field.
Now playing left field, number 12, Peter Borges.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. To third. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
The batter, catcher, Miguel Montero.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. Last time through was a base hit. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Here's a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. And this pitch is lined softly here to the right side, but foul. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Borges is there. 2 down.
Now batting, the pitcher, John Kelly.
Michael Taylor will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 3, Michael Taylor.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. He'll come in here at 259. 14 homers and 38 runs batted in. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Last strike now for the Nats. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The Reds sent 5 balls over the wall to come out on top in this one. Raisel Iglesias gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Joaquin Benoit takes the loss, only his first of the year.